Welcome to Hollywood Deli. I'm your host, Blue. So listen, let's talk about Sister Wives. So we watched episode one. I was a little disappointed, but the main reason why I was a little disappointed because I felt catfish in a sense because they put all these clips out for us, and I'm like, oh god, this is gonna be great, and it was lackluster. But I'm still gonna come back for episode two this weekend. So anyway, a lot of Sister Wives tea has dropped. So let's get into it. So McKelney, McKelty and Tony. So McKelty and Tony, since the premiere, have been running their big apps because they got bills to pay. So listen, they are working overdrive. And there was a post on their Patreon. I don't. I think inquiring about the feud between Robin. I must have missed this, but Tony responded because McKelty made sure it was known that it was Tony that responded. He definitely gave a. It was something that Robin did at the funeral. Robin did, not Cody, but Robin did that ended their relationship with Robin. And so, I guess that response went viral, and now they're backpedaling and changing their story. So we definitely know Robin's ignorant ass said something at the funeral. And you know what? What pisses me off is she's allowed to do this by Cody, but also by Janelle. Janelle has given this woman way, way too much grace. And I just want her to drag this bitch by her fucking edges. You know, I'm so tired of fucking Robin. Like, seriously. So then, moving on. Now, more tea has came out. Christine. Give us a round of applause for Christine. Christine, y'all, has taken Cody's ass to court. Shots motherfucking fired. And if y'all remember, you sister wife watchers like myself who are avid, remember when Christine was trying to ease Cody out the door and get him out the way, and one of his concern was his money being taken away, he lose access to his money. Well, I think his money he was referring to was Christine's money. And so anyway, Christine, let me back up a little bit. So also one of the things he was worried about is that Christine would get a greedy boyfriend who would cut off access to his money and want some of his money. And now, and then also he was worried about Christine going to court because we find out for definite for sure that Cody is not on Truly or any of Christine's kids' birth certificate. Isn't that sad? He didn't claim any of her kids, but he signed for Janelle's. Janelle made sure of that shit, and he signed for Mary's obviously because we married to her, and he signed to Robin, even Robin's kids that ain't his. He signed their I don't know about their birth certificates. I don't know if the birth certificates get changed when someone adopts you. I'm assuming yeah. So anyway, he signed them birth certificates. So anywho, now we know that he for sure did not sign her Truly's birth certificate. So Christine took his ass to child support, y'all. Took his ass to child support. Enough was enough. And in this economy, she needs that money. So I initially thought it was just like solely about money, but it's not. So when McKelty said that she was moving to North Carolina with Janelle's side of the family because she wanted to get away from some of the drama that she was referring to was that she didn't want to be in between Cody and Christine's drama. It's being said by Without a Crystal Ball that McKelty was the drop off spot, which makes sense because McKelty was the only one that had a relationship with Cody. Aspen did not have a relationship with Cody. She high and by. It was more like a stranger relationship. So she wasn't going to volunteer her spot to be the drop off spot. So now Christine has to set parameters around visitation. And why not get some coin? So they're saying in the state of Utah, this is court. I haven't researched it, but according to Without a Crystal Ball, she's saying that in Utah, the law is she can get child support retroactive all the way back 4 years. Fuck that. Give her the 14 years that he hasn't been paying. But anyway, I digress. So at least she'll get if even if Truly goes to college, at least she'll get a good in addition to the four from previous, four from until she's 18. So that makes what, 8, and another 4 for college. That makes 12. So she'll get 12 years worth of college. Well, I'm sorry, worth of child support. So she's taking him to child support, honey. And oh, I know Robin is going berserk, having panic attacks, and I know she's telling her kids everything. We're really gonna have to buckle down, y'all. Christine's taking a piece of her goddamn income. So that's a big reason why they didn't want Christine to leave. So anyway, let's move on. Sister Wives spoil us. So some sneak peeks have dropped. And this is a sneak peek of Cody responding to Mary wanting to get a spiritual release from Cody.
About 8 weeks ago, Mary told me that she was going to go to Utah, meet with our church leaders, and
over Mary.
basically request a divorce. It's called a release in our church.
When each of us four ladies married Cody, it was through our church. Obviously, we can't.
That's lie number one. Robin's was not through the church. It was not. They were on that show and they had been excommunicated from their church prior to like right as they brought Robin into the family. So I know for a fact that's not true.
All be legally married, but it was what we called a covenant. So I feel like it's best to terminate that because we're not moving forward with any marriage. And
I'm a little annoyed with this whole process, Mary, because you're not connected to that church anymore. You haven't been going. Now, albeit we don't see you going to the church, she might have continued to tie the church, and maybe she was going, I don't know, but I doubt she was driving that all the way from freaking Arizona every Sunday or whatever, what have you, to go to that church. And I doubt she was driving from Vegas to Utah. I just think this is just Mary being petty and being annoying and a storyline because you're not even a part of this church. But anything to be a thorn in Cody's side.
I don't want to be like sealed to him for eternity if he doesn't want me. And, I'm at a place that like, let's just separate this completely. When I was asking Cody how he felt about moving forward with the release, he was kind of resistant to it. He said that he didn't want to.
Mary, he resistant to it because he doesn't want to spend any time with you. Getting a release from this church is him having to take time to spend time with you. He doesn't want anything to do with you. Like, I don't understand. She is the girl that just doesn't get it, and you just can't get rid of her. Like, this is so embarrassing.
Acknowledge the authority of the church leaders.
The damage was done so badly that we're not going to reconcile no matter what. And so however we are made accountable to God, I don't want to be accountable to this church and all their BS. So I'm going to let Mary.
He does not believe in this stuff anymore. He hasn't believed in this stuff since he used the church. This is my opinion about Cody and Robin. They're scammers. They are what I consider the people that prey upon the Bible thumpers. He preyed on the Christine. He played the Christine type. Well, I'm saying the Christines, but he preyed on Christine. He preyed on Janelle, and he preyed on Mary. He knew that these women were really deep into the faith. He didn't believe in that shit. He didn't even grow up in this polygamous cult type, this religion. His dad converted later in life. Cody was a grown man when he converted. He saw these gullible women who would worship the ground he walked on and was like, jackpot, I got these losers, and I'm going to pick out Mary. This one looks like I could easily manipulate. That's the way he tells the story. I really believe him when he tells the story. Like, Mary doesn't want to believe that this man is as cold as he says he is. He pretty much picked her out saw that she was easily manipulated when he got once he got to talking to her, and he married her because he could control her. It wasn't because he loved her. And she just can't accept that this is who he really was. He's letting the mask off and he's showing y'all, I scammed y'all. I saw y'all as a means to an end, especially Janelle. Janelle always worked, always had her own. She had property at one point. He was like, jackpot. I don't really got to work hard. This woman will keep a job. And me and my wife that I'm with right now, we don't got to really maintain a job. And they pretty much lived off Janelle and continue to, even Robin. And so I just, what he's showing us, I believe this is who he truly is.
Go and do her thing. Because if I'm angry at her, it becomes a fight. I needed her just to go away.
Did y'all hear him? He said, I just need her to go away. He's treating Mary like a bad rash, like a STD he can't get rid of. He just wants to get rid of her. And she just will not get the hint. And he's been trying to get rid of her, and Robin's been leading her on and trying to, keep her around. And he's finally being honest with her because Robin has put a leash on him for so long about his thoughts about Mary. And now he's just like, fuck Robin. I'm going to say what I want to say.
Because it just took forever for her to finally realize. It's been done and over for years.
I've been living in limbo in this relationship for
Girl, you ain't been in limbo. This man has stopped penetrating this woman 15 years ago. He has shown her that he doesn't want to be with her. And she continued to try to buy his love, hence giving to this family fund that she did not really benefit from, but he in particular did. She set him up nicely. Like she set him and his bitch up nicely for retirement. They are they all of them, Christine, Mary, and Janelle, got played. Like he used their religion against them, and now he's finally being honest in this confessional that he never really believed in this shit, and he don't want this church to have dominion over him. And now that he's got this fame and this show, he can really be who he really is, and he can shoe all these old bitches that he didn't want for real, never from the beginning, was just, having sex with them and pretending for a long time. And I believe him when he says that he was pretending. And I believe that he is happy with Robin, but also I believe he was pretending with her. I don't really think he loves Robin. I think that she was a shiny new toy, and now after 13 years, he's ready to get rid of her too because she said now he's doing self sabotaging relationships, trying to shoo her out the door, and that's been his mo. He wants to start over. He wants to start fresh, and so he knows how to finagle things with money. And I believe that he would screw Robin out of money too, and I believe that he has he has a plan to get rid of her. I wouldn't be surprised if this man decides to bring in another wife and do exactly what he did to the OG3 to Robin. Robin, you're not safe, man. Roll the tape.
nearly a decade, and I'm just not going to keep doing that. So I'm moving forward with this.
So she's moving forward, being annoying. I feel like Mary gaslighting us too. Like, ma'am, you do not care about this religion. Because if you really cared about this religion, you would have showed more of you going to this church and showing commitment to going to a church, or even found a similar church in each state that y'all went to, and showed us that you were still believing in this faith. I'm not buying it, Mary. I believe that this is a storyline and a way for her just to get on Cody's nerves, and she just needs to move on. It's really giving stalker type. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that Mary really still believes in this religion? Or do you think it's just a storyline? Because Mary has done a lot of lying and covering. And then I believe Cody when he's saying that he doesn't want to be dealing with this church and the BS. That's why he stopped going. I don't believe he believes in this religion anymore. I believe at one point he might have and was really trying to sell the other wives that he did. But now that he got his money and the woman that he wants to be with right now, I don't think he want nothing to do with this religion. Tell me what you think. Make sure you like, subscribe. Make sure you leave a 5-star rating, and y'all have a good night.